Hello, good morning, everyone. My name is Om Prakash Yadav. My topic name is pastel analysis. What is a pastel analysis? A pastel analysis is a strategic framework commonly used to evaluate the business environment in which a firm operates. Traditionally, that framework was referred to as a pest analysis, which was for political, economic, social, and technology. In more recent history, the framework was extended to include environmental and legal factors as well. Identify opportunity and threats. Points economic factors, technology factors, legal factor, environmental factor, social factor, political factor. Political factor. Broadly speaking, political factor are those driven driven by government action and policies. They include but are not limited to consider likes corporate taxation, other physical political initiatives, free trade disputes, antitrust and other anti-competition issues. It worth nothing that even a overload of potential trade dispute and authorities use and can present material risk and opportunity for management teams divergent strands on key platform issue between parties on the left and the right can also make run up to electronic election particularly challenging for a firm management team as the range of possible outcomes can vary considered depending on election result. Political factor example a multinational company's close server facilities in a higher tax jurisdiction in order to relocate operations somewhere where lower tax rate and or greatest state funding and grant opportunities. Economic factor relate to the border economic and tend tend to be expressly financial in nature. They include interest rate, employee rates, inflation, exchange rate. Many analysis in the financial service sector trend to override economic factor in the other analysis. Essentially, they more easily quantified and modeled. They some of the other factor in this work framework, which are somewhere qualities in nature. Economic factor example based on where we were in the economic cycle and what treasury yield are doing, and equity research analysis may adjust the discount rate in their model assumption. It can have material impact on the valuation of the company they cover. Social factors second. Social factors tend to be more difficult to quantify that economic ones. They refer to shift and evaluating in the way that stakeholder approach life delivery, which is a turn impact commercial activity. Example for a social factor includes demographic consider lifestyle trend, consumer beliefs, attitude around working condition. Social factor Social factor may seem like a small consider related to more tangible thing like interest rate or corporate taxation. Still, they can have a socially outside impact on entire industry. As we know, then consider how then trend toward wealth like more activity lifestyle have onset in the valuation for a considered fitness technology as well as many challenges to the nature of food product we consumer and how those food product are packaged and marketed. Social factor example post-pandemic management at technology firm to had seriously reloading hiring on onboarding and training practice after overwhelming number of employment indicate preference for a hybrid work from home WHS model. Environment factor Environment factor has emerged and is a sensible addition to original pest framework as the business company began to recognize that changes to our physical environment can present material risk and opportunity for organization. Example of environment consider are carbon footprint, climate, climate change impact including physical and taxation, transitions risks, increase incidence or extreme weather event, stable nature resources like fresh water. Environmental factor in a pestle analysis will over consider those who typically identify an in- environmental, social, and governance analysis. In fact, it's widely believed that the addition of environment factor is the pestle framework gradually from the world popularity of members, the CRF corporate social responsibility, and the ESG. Environment factor example management. Management the public traders firm must regularly internal record keeping and reporting to loader track enhance get and made after stock exchange announcement and mandatory climate ESG discounts all the companies. Legal factor are those are emerged from changes to the regulatory environment which is affecting border economic certain industry even individual business in which respective sector they include but are not limited to industry regulation license and permits required to operate employee and consumer protect law protection of the law regulation can serve is a head Thailand to operate the example headwind might to be increased capital requirement of financial institution. Example Thailand to have a particular industry, let's say food production that may serve a protective motor established operator creating industrial barrier potential in even that example level factor a rating agency is assessing that creditworthiness that technology from the consider growth perspective. Imagine market that analysis keep grow trajectory and against implementation IP that some where legal instruction weak IP after can severely underline the thank you.